Has anyone else had a loss of memory after a traumatic event in your life? The most frustrating part about losing my father when I was 12 years old on September 11th is the fact that there is so much that I don't remember. I've heard over and over that it's a very common thing when you go through a trauma, especially at a young age, that your brain just kind of blocks a lot of the trauma out and you can forget a lot. It's a defense mechanism, as if your brain is like, we're going to protect you right now. We're going to push this off to the side, but you're going to have to deal with this later when you're a grown man. I remember the moment I saw the towers go down. I remember, subconsciously just assuming that my father wasn't coming home. But everything that happened after that, I don't remember. But after that moment, after I realized that my dad's not coming home, everything went black. Now, there is a lot I remember. I still remember parts of my childhood. It's not like Will Smith put a neuralizer in front of my face and just flashed me into oblivion. I just wanted to know how much my trauma as a kid in regards to this event shaped me as a man today. And I know it has, clearly. I'm doing this in front of the camera talking about my grief. But I want to know how I felt as a kid. I want to be able to go back and understand what my emotions were, what my frustrations were. How sad was I? Was I depressed? And it's frustrating. I've done a better job at letting go and accepting that is just how it went. And I had to work through this over the last 20 years. And I've gotten better at just accepting as to what that is. But I really just want to know how much of those feelings I had shaped me as to who I am today. How much of those feelings and the grief that I went through as a child shaped me negatively today. How much of my flaws are due to that? How much of my flaws are due to not figuring that out and not knowing how I felt? And how much of the positive stuff, the positive traits that I have, how much has those feelings affected me positively? I have no idea. Having a traumatic event like this in my life has led me to the life I have now, so I am grateful for that. But I can't help but be curious as to what I felt as a child, because I feel like if I understood that a little bit more and recollected that a little bit more, I'd have more of an understanding of how I feel today. So if you've had similar feelings, some sort of memory loss due to traumatic events in your life, whether it was grief or something else, I would love to hear your story. I would love to work it out in the comment section, and maybe we can help each other.